everyone, welcome to another video review. This is the New Age Legendary Heroes number 02P Security Police Cyclops from their little multiverse series. And he's a, purple Porsche. And he comes in this box, fairly small box actually. With, a little picture of a very G1 cartoon style Shockwave, except hey look, something's a little different here. Yeah, and you got this, security police, and you got very G1 homage stuff. Security police Cyclops. You got, oh look, the Transformers are all dead pose and whatnot, and again the same thing on there, the same pose on the top as I was on the top, and on the back here you got a little picture of like, well, multiverse. It's an alternate universe, and a warning for only suitable for 15 people 15 or up. Do not give for children under 3. Box art by, who does that say? Can't read that. It's tiny. Information China. Product fragile. We cannot replace parts damaging construction. All that stuff. So yep. Comes with these also a G1S construction. You see, except this is for the Jazz, because this is they repainted their little Legends class Jazz, except Monero, Capiora, Cyclops. Yeah. So yeah, very simple instructions actually. It's pretty straightforward. Not surprising. Although it shows because this shows parts that do not come. This does not come with, for example, shows the speakers that Jazz comes with. That this one does not. But anyway, nice little way to, I guess, save some printing costs. Here we go. Yeah, this is Cyclops, their version of Shockwave, or at least an homage to Alternators Shockwave, which is not something I was expecting. But hey, you got a purple Porsche thing with nice bits of silver for the grille and the lights and everything. Silver rims, black painted windows, gray bumper. That's not painted, but hey, it's very least it's gray. It's a different color, and yeah, it rolls really well. Yeah, so there's that. Yeah, it's actually a pretty nice little car, and it holds together pretty well. It does come in packaged in raw moto, so there is a couple things I will point. There's one specific thing I'll definitely point out when going to transformation, which I'll do to now, because I think the instructions are good enough that I don't need to show you how to go from robot to car, except for one little thing. So yeah, the things to start off with is you want to go ahead and untab the sides of the front fenders here. Just fold them down about 90 degrees, and that will let you. Oh, oops, drop it. That's what I'll let you do. Let you pull this apart right here. Untab, there's little tabs that plug in here. Now right here, this is the thing I want to warn you about. Right here, this you need to separate the legs, and you're supposed to pop this up so that this will fold. This part right here, this little divot will fold a bit. So right, this little divot here will fold. And it's, you see that it takes a bit of force to do that. Right there, if you notice that it does take a bit of force. So when you're going back, what you want to do is just tab it together, and when you're folding it all up, just go ahead and leave them like that, and then just use this whole thing as a thing to then pop them back and down like that. Because if you try to do it separately, it's going to be a pain in the butt. So yeah, just be aware of that. Yeah, so go ahead and pop those forward like that. Then around this side, what I'm going to do is take these gray pieces and move them down, and move these purple pieces right here up. Take these, the whole side panel, take those and fold those down. And there's a little slider here, and slide it down like that. And then you fold this, and then fold it 90 degrees, and then fold it in like this. Make sure it's all the way folded when you do this. Should be in there nice and flat and compact and snug. Then fold this down, take the foot here, move it up, and then move the toe out, and that's one leg done. Moving just a little bit, see that a little better. Yeah, I haven't used a figure like this in a while. Yeah, but you fold this down, slide it down on that little slider all the way down, and then fold in half, and fold 90 degrees, then fold in, and it should be nice and flat, so this comes down nice and flat, and the foot can come up and the toe can come up like so. You can also fold this all back like this, like so. Now here you want to take the arms and fold them out and move them outward. Like that, get them out of the way. Unfold the arm, move them outward. And up here you want to go ahead and move the head up through. It's going to pop the panel up, like up here. It's going to pop that panel up. And then you want to take the front here. You want to separate it. So you want to untab it and fold it down like that. And then fold it back up, except with this gray piece extended so it kind of collapses the hood a little bit. And then you can go ahead and take the wheels and the fenders and stuff and fold them in like that. And there's a little slot here for a tab here. And then you just fold it up and put that tab in that slot. And put the arms down and rotate so the elbows are facing forward. Rotate so the elbows are facing forward. Spin this hand around. And you have Cyclops in his robot mode. He's very small robot mode. I think he's like, I don't know. It's like 3 inches tall. Something like that. Yeah, something like 2.5, 3 inches tall. Yeah. I like this a lot. Again, I was not expecting an Alternators homage to Shockwave version. It's just an homage to Alternators Shockwave. It's just, that just blew my mind that this happened. So I had to get it. I love Shockwave and I love that Alternators version. So, well, why not get the Little Legends guy? Thing is, you see these holes. These holes are for the little speaker things that Jazz comes with that this one does not. So he does not come with any accessories, unlike the Jazz version. But he is slightly cheaper. There's also the translucent version, which also looks really cool, which I've thought about getting. But this one's pretty good too. Yeah, he's pretty darn good transformation. I think it's actually a pretty clever transformation. He looks really good. You know, the nice little bit of detailing, sculpted detailing there. No paint though, unfortunately. He's got a little tiny golden eye. I'm not sure how well you can see that, but tiny little golden eye. It's like reflective. I think it's actually, yeah, see, you can see that's a like reflective yellow golden paint, little silver antenna and everything. And you got a little stubby little gun hand. This is a really good figure. Yeah, I just, you know, I think the Jazz versions, there's 2 versions. There's the G1 and G2 versions, and I think there's also translucent versions as well. But yeah, this one's a little, I guess, plainer, but it is very Shockwave looking, I feel. And the crazy thing for me is this articulation is nuts. I mean, he's got a little ball jointed head, so it's like, you know, you got the left and right and up and down and lots of waggle here. And there's a lot there. He's got ball jointed shoulders to go forward and back and outward and all over the place. He's got a ball jointed elbow, which acts as a bicep swivel. He's got that's for transformation, but I guess you can use it, although it doesn't look right. But yeah, he's got the ball jointed elbow, so that acts as the bicep swivel as well as the forward articulation for the elbow joint itself. His hand can swivel. This can swivel too, but doesn't really do much. But yeah, his hand can swivel as you need it to. Yeah. His waist can swivel. He's got an ab crunch, which is not. I've never seen a Legends class figure with an ab crunch, and this one has a very deep one. I am shocked. He's got ball jointed hips, which go forward and back pretty well. They go outward pretty well as well. I mean, and they're relatively unhindered by the backpack. It's not too. There's a little bit of hindrance, but not enough to really be a big deal. He's got thigh swivels. He's got about 90 degrees of bend or so, maybe a little over the knee, although they can also bend forward if you want. And he's got ankle tilt, some significant ankle tilt, and he's got this joint which can go backwards, not so much forward because of the sculpting, and he's got a toe joint as well that can fold forward and up as well if you need it to. There's a lot of options here, articulation wise. What's crazy is this is like nigh masterpiece level articulation at a Legends class price point as well. That's what blows my mind, just how much articulation this guy has at this size. Like, seriously. It's crazy to me just how much articulation he has. nuts. I mean, this was a good investment. NewAge came out swinging with their products, and this is a good one. This or the Jazz. Any version of this mold is a good investment, I think. If you're into Legends class, this is a fantastic little toy. It's got an excellent transformation. Mostly, and the only thing would be the weird clicking here for that one click here, which is a little scary and can be annoying to deal with if you don't know the trick. And he's got crazy good articulation as well, and just really good sculpting, I feel like, at this size. He's so small, but so well articulated. It's amazing to me. And the joints are nice. For the most part, the joints are nice and tight. They're not overly tight, but they're tight enough that I don't really worry about them flopping over or anything. He's a great toy, and I highly recommend picking up any version of this mold, either Shockwave or Jazz, or I think they might do a Ricochet, I'm not sure. I'm going to keep an eye on for NewAge for sure, because, an Iron Factory is doing real good, but now NewAge has come along and whatnot, so I don't know. I know they're not quite in scale with each other, but scale, not super concerned. Personally, I'm not super concerned with scale, so hey. But anyway, that's it. This is a really fun toy. Pick one up. Pick any version of this mold up. I don't think you'll be disappointed unless you're just not into Legends at all. So that's it. I hope you found this informative and entertaining. And I hope you like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. Patreon, all that crap. And I hope to see you in the future when I do another video review.